Big news in the world of super high-end, super fancy, very expensive road bike shoes, as Specialized have released their new S-Works EXOS series, and we have one of the first pairs here at BikeRadar.
I actually first spotted these shoes at the Tour Down Under last month upon the foot of a rider, and they were unreleased at that point. But we have the first sample, as Joe says, and we can tell you that this size 45 shoe comes in at 348 grams for the pair, which is frankly ridiculous.
Yep, 174 grams per shoe on our BikeRadar scales.
Now that is pretty damn light, but there is an even lighter version available, and that's a lace-up version.
That's called the EXOS 99, and as you might have guessed, that shoe weighs 99 grams per shoe in a size 42, which is, I think, Specialized claim anyway, the lightest production shoe in existence.
Now, unfortunately, we don't have the pleasure of playing with those super lightweight shoes yet, so we're going to give you our impressions on the regular version of the EXOS shoe.
So, how do you get a shoe which does have a boa dial down to 174 grams in a size 45? Well, the sole's still really stiff, but I think a lot of the magic on this shoe happens in the upper, which is made out of 4-way stretch Dyneema fabric.
This basically means that the upper is incredibly thin. So we've got this kind of panel here, the dark grey panel, that's made of that Dyneema fabric, and there's next to no give in that, and that's bonded with this other white fabric, which is a more rubbery feel, and again, still super lightweight, but with just a bit more give.
Yeah, as you can see, your toes are going to move quite a bit in that, and you might be able to see there that there's no toe protection at the front of the shoe. The heel cup has also been slimmed down, so once again, there's a lot of movement there. It doesn't have the same rock solid, locked in feel to touch as the previous S-Works shoes, but Specialized do say that your heel feels plenty secure in these, even though there's quite a bit of movement and flex there.
As we mentioned already, the toe area, it really is just that super thin, kind of rubbery fabric, and there's no protection there. So if you're very prone to crashing, or you like racing crits, these probably aren't one for you, but you probably wouldn't be looking at them in the first place.
Now we're on to the carbon sole, the outsole. Now Specialized have used pressure mapping on the shoe to see where the most pressure was put down. They figured out that these cutout areas where there's not much pressure, so they've been able to remove material there, but the sole is still really stiff. Jack and I, even with our huge muscles, cannot get that sole to move, and it is stiffness index 13 on Specialized arbitrary stiffness index, which doesn't really mean much.
But it's a big number, so you know it's good. It's also worth noting that the shoes are also based on Specialized's own body geometry concept, and the shoes are also compatible with its own footbeds and forefoot inserts. Another thing which is really of note is that the heel pad is replaceable. Now, a shocking number of high-end shoes do not have replaceable heel pads, so Specialized get a big thumbs up for us for including that. Our
senior technical road editor, Warren Rossiter, is going to be testing these shoes over the next coming months, but as these are a size 45, and I am a 45, I did try these on in the office, and surprisingly, despite there not being much structure around the heel cup, they did feel incredibly firm. There was no way my heel was going to slip in these shoes. Although the highly compressible and unstructured toe box does feel pretty weird. And Jack, after holding them in your hands, who do you think they'd suit?
Now, the obvious answer is for climbers. I think we're likely to see these upon the toots of the climbing specialists of the pro peloton, but they are designed as well for all-round racing, so I'm sure we'll see them a bit more widely used, and I suspect we're going to see them upon the feet of very wealthy sportive riders, as the price is quite something.
So yeah, onto that price. This set right here, they're going to set you back £450 for the pair. What's even more remarkable is that the EXOS 99, the sub 99 per shoe ones, are going to set you back £600 per pair, and they are limited to 500 pairs worldwide. Specialized claim the EXOS 99s are so expensive because of the incredibly tight tolerances involved with making the carbon outsole 20% lighter than the already incredibly light sole on these shoes.
Now, when you combine all of that with the laces and the modified heel lug, you end up with a shoe that again weighs sub 100 grams in a size 42. Now, it's a lot of money to pay, but it's the lightest shoe in the world, so it kind of comes with the territory.
Pretty impressive.
Finally, Specialized claims that they've put literally tens of thousands of hours into developing the shoe, and they claim it is also as durable as its current S-Works top-end model. Now, whether that stands up to the test remains to be seen, and like we mentioned, our senior road tester Warren will be putting these through their paces in the coming months, so we'll get back to you soon on how they perform.
So the price might seem incredibly expensive, but do remember that you can pay even more for shoes. Mavic have a set that are nearer £1,000, and then if you want to go fully custom, something like a Hansino or a Rocket 7, they're getting on for £2,000. So,
well done, Specialized. So there we have it, Specialized new EXOS S-Works top-end climber shoe. Very light, very expensive, but still a very impressive piece of kit.
But what do you guys think? Is all that lack of weight worth the money, or is the cost going to be too hard to stomach for most people? As always, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye!
Bye.